Hey everyone, Kim here with Abundant Life Tarot. Welcome back to another Mystery Mystic Musings. And in today's installment, we are discussing Marvon Von McCrae. Right now, as the time of this recording, September 3rd, 2022, Von, as he's lovingly called, he is in the hospital with what I guess medical staff is reporting with a, I guess, irreversible coma after attempting to take his life. And he was found by his wife, DRE McCrae. She is a popular, I guess, social media maven. She's, into makeup. She sells paparazzi jewelry. And she lives her life fully online. And some people are speculating that she had something to do with his attempt at taking his life. And some people, it runs the gamut from the brief research I've done, whether how involved she is. But one thing is certain, they went on a very, very strict diet, an alkaline and vegan diet, and lost an incredible amount of weight. And Von had been experiencing seizures, of which DRE, would capture on social media. And, it probably got to a frightening place for those who have been following her and watching, especially when it came out and the way it came out that he was in the hospital and he may or may not make it. We pray that he makes it and pulls through. But the other issue is she has been preventing his family from being able to come to the hospital and visit with him. And it's just been this big old storm. But I think the reason why this was brought to me to do a reading was to see if she had anything to do with him taking his life, if there was anything, from her end on why he did what he did, if he did what he did and it wasn't something else. And I guess we'll just see what comes up. I'm not quite sure what's going to come up, and I'm just going to probably do an oracle reading at this point. If I'm called to do a more detailed, intuitive tarot and oracle reading, I will. But right now, my spirit is just saying, just do an oracle reading, see what comes up energetically, and go from there. Because there's a lot of turmoil going around this case, and I couldn't find any very recent updates on his medical condition that I could report to you all today. But so that must mean that he's still in a coma in the hospital. And let's just pray for Von, pray that he recovers and gains strength and makes a full recovery. All right, you all, let's get started. Okay, so let's take a look at the energies surrounding Marvon McCrae. We got a cat card. I'm going to shuffle those. I want just clear jumpers. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, what else? What else would you like to share? We got tree. What else? Oh, that one flew out. Huh, girl. Hag. I was just thinking I hadn't seen the hag in any of my mystery mystic readings lately, and here she is. Ear. Okay, let me reshuffle. Make sure. We want one more, Spirit. Okay. Rebuculum. I guess it's not going to be one more. Ow. I'm going to see if I pull one more. Broom. Now remember, this is about Von MCCRAY, and that after he had attempted to take his own life, his wife had found him, she says, and I guess she attempted to try to, do some life-saving techniques, and then I guess contacted the authorities. I'm fuzzy on all of that, but I understand from what people are saying in social media is that this was a long haul process. Like over time, there was this progression of growth in this situation of something taking root and growing over a long period of time. We see that with the tree card. I'll zoom in just a moment so you all can see what I'm talking about. Get a closer look here. Okay. Okay, so the tree card. This is about strong growth. A girl, a woman, in this instance, I'm assuming this is representing DRE, but I'll give you another dual meaning in a moment, what I think that also means as it relates to Von. But the tree is about a strong desire to have and to fortify a deeply rooted situation, a deeply rooted family structure. So this could be Von's desire, or this could be Dre's desire, or both of their desires to have this, to establish this. So this was a mutual goal with this tree card. The tree card also, it also can signify reaching new heights. So this is her ambition. This is the girl reaching new heights, and all in this goal and desire of stability. Like this was super important to her. The cat card is interesting. The cat card can represent misfortune. It can represent an intuitive being. Who is the intuitive being in this situation? It does also sometimes represent 9 lives, so that could bode well for Von. It could represent, the cat card can also represent a cunningness, pouncing on a situation, okay? You see here? My apologies for the background noises. It's hot, so I'm not going to be able to close the window. So yeah, this row is really speaking to her. Honestly, it's really speaking to her. But all the rows are speaking to the both of them, but her especially here, as well as the hag card. So the broom, it represents getting a situation in order. She feeling like she needed to maintain control, power. It can represent wanting someone to maintain the house. Does she feel like that from Von, or does she feel like that from him? Just really having a control over the situation, trying to sweep things under the rug as well, as things are progressing. So, that is quite interesting to me about, as I'm starting to hear bits and pieces about the situation, that this card comes up, trying to sweep things under the rug, trying to sweep things quietly, And what are those things that she is trying to sweep under the rug, that she's trying not to have people see? Well, it's represented in the hag card, the ear, the orbiculum, and the owl. Okay, so the hag card, if you've been watching my channel for a while and watching these Mystery Mystic Mondays or Musings videos I do, you'll know that the hag card, what it represents typically. Bring this up for you all to see her up close. It represents fears, nightmares, bizarre or malicious encounters. Since Vaughn cannot speak for himself because he is in a compromised state, he is in a vegetative state essentially, right? I mean, he's in a coma. Was it him that, you know, had the malicious encounter? Now, she, if we played devil's advocate for the hag, she could argue, well, no, he put himself in this situation. He put himself in this situation. He did this. This was his fears and nightmares and anxieties overtaking him, whispering in his ear, and he did what he thought would be best. But I'm sensing, I don't know. It could be that this cat is cunning enough to play on someone's emotions and fears, insecurities, to create bizarre encounters. And it starts to come from a malicious, there's some sort of resentments going on in this relationship. We'll pull some additional oracle cards in a minute. But there's something, a resentment, a festering that led to the malicious behavior. I don't know what their marriage was like. I hear it played out over social media, but I haven't watched. I didn't follow her. So I don't know. And I think her biggest, where she's really heavily at is Facebook. And I'm just not following people like that on Facebook. So I don't know her like that. Ear. Hearing news, listening to others, being aware of situations. There could have been someone who heard this, maybe someone close to the home, loved ones. Could be also her fans who heard these malicious behaviors, heard the malicious encounters, and saw bizarre behavior leading up to what happened to him. So what I'm starting to pick up on is that this was kind of a situation that had taken root over a long course, a period of time. And this may have, I don't know if there may have been some complicity from Vaughn himself. Like, this is his wife, this girl. This is where I was saying earlier that the card that may also represent Vaughn in this situation would be the girl card. You know, for him, he valued her. He put her on a pedestal. He tried to see beyond his pain, his inadequacies, his fears. He tried to move past them. And this was for the sake of his relationship, I'm sensing. The girl card does represent a sense of youthful emotions, a sense of innocence, and a longing for carefree thoughts if you don't experience carefree thoughts. So there's this innocence about Vaughn that I see when I stare into his pictures. Like, when I'm looking at his pictures, I literally see this innocence in him. I feel this palpable innocence in loving nature. I'm not saying that when I'm also looking at a picture of, and I'll clip it here in this video, but of Dre, his wife, and Vaughn. And it's just two different energies. It's like literally not just night and day. Like, no, I know he's black, she's white, or I'm not sure what exactly she is, but yeah, there's night and day there, but there's literally the energies are night and day. There's this very, cunning energy. No shade, but that's just what I'm picking up energetically and empathically. And all of this is alleged, by the way, you all. So there's that. Okay. Orbiculum. This is searching for answers, people having prophetic insights into their situation, about this girl. This is tying next to the ear, hearing things, seeing things, intuitive hits, intuitive nudges, a wise wisdom of knowing that something may have been amiss here that they were bearing witness to with the owl card. Orbiculum is also about prophetic glimpses, about being able to see the writing on the wall. This girl could have seen the writing on the wall and needed to try to sweep things under the rug. This could explain why she's cunning in the sense of not wanting his family tree to come in and whisper in his ear. Okay. Also, this could speak to, again, I'm sensing witnesses who have heard things. It could be even the children who have heard things that were not even seen by the public. Okay. Keen observation. People have been keenly watching this situation. They have been under this orbiculum, like, gazing, like people gazing on them and seeing what's going on here. This could represent a wise soul who knows about this situation and has tried to give wise counsel, but it has fallen on deaf ears. Okay, this could be Vaughn trying to give wise counsel and it fell on deaf ears. It could be that someone tried to give him wise counsel about a situation in his family life with this tree card. And guess what? Fell on deaf ears. No one was listening to the wise wisdom of the situation and did not act in time and in accordance and did not properly clean up the situation or move forward. Okay, so we're going to pull a couple more decks. I'm not going to make this video too long. We're just tapping into the energy surrounding what happened. Like, it was his wife the cause of anything other than just entering a situation that was kind of bizarre that led to this whole situation. We got Queen of My World, Gilded Regret. We'll see if we have any other cards that jump. Calling the Storm. Okay. And then I'm called to pull from this deck. Projected. Oh no. That's interesting. Spirit, this is for Von McCrae. Okay, I'm going to reshuffle. I'm going to pull these back so you can see the cards, all of them. Okay. Is there anything else you want to share about their dynamic or about what may have happened? What could have happened? What was going to happen? What? Oh gosh, all these messages. We don't want all of them, Spirit. We just need a few. As I'm going to show you all. I'm going to get just a few more cards. See if there's anything Spirit wishes to share about this situation. And what, if any, contribution did his partner have? Maybe she had none, okay? And don't worry, I'll separate these cards in different still shots so you can see them. Honestly, I just really honestly am picking up that I don't know if she's really guilty of, how do I say this? I don't know if she's really guilty of a crime per se. Do I feel that she may have, over long term with that tree card, may have been too, you know, hyper focused on the appearance of having it all together? Yes. So honestly, I just feel like over time that it broke him down physically. I'm gonna separate all these in a minute. It broke him down physically, and he got into a mental depressive state. I don't think that he wanted to be in that relationship anymore, and I don't know if he felt like he could get out of the situation. Okay, that's what I'm picking up on. I don't think I need to shuffle anymore. So I'm going to explain to you why I think what I'm thinking here. This deck is a no. Okay, let me explain why I'm thinking what I'm thinking. Don't look at this mess here. Look here, we got Queen of My World. She's very much wanting to be the queen of her world. Like, this was her world and everybody else is in it. And it started to go to her head. You see the crown that she's wearing here? You see the red dress? You see how she's, you know, I'm assuming she's maybe even looking at herself in a mirror. Like, it's all about her. And it became where everybody had to fit into her world, because she's the queen, and you know, it became all consuming. Gilded regret. This is the regret that was worn by Vaughn in the situation. I'm not picking up on any feelings of regret from Dre. Like, I really don't feel like she feels like she did anything wrong. She doesn't feel like she did anything wrong with Queen of My World. She feels like that she had to do what's best for the family, that she still feels like she needs to do what's best for the family. And if that means monitoring their health, this gives her a strong sense of control, for better or for worse, okay? Calling the storm. This could speak to when she gets angry, man, she gets angry. Maybe I'm not really picking up on him retaliating, but I get the sense that they get caught up in the storm of intense emotions and just a lot of mental and emotional turmoil going on in their environment, a stormy situation. And yeah, I think that weighed on it. I mean, some people could even argue there could have been some level of allegedly some emotional or mental abuse going on, or manipulation. However, I do sense that they both kind of engaged. I'm not saying that Vaughn did anything towards her or she towards him, but that someone was the victim. There was a victim, inflictor, victim kind of dynamic in their situation. Projected, we got future, days, weeks, months, something developing very soon in the saga with them. It could be a turn of events for his health, for the better or for the worse, with the projected card. We've got Archangel Michael, protection, prevented from harm, and divine intervention. So based on the current energies, that's a hopeful card. It means that he got divine intervention, was prevented from the harm, and now has an opportunity to recover. Okay, so then we have intervention, rescue, others involved. Rescue, others involved. Now this could be speaking to the dynamics of his family trying to get involved and intervene on his behalf, but it also could speak to, when it says others involved, it could speak to maybe someone else was involved in having a hand in contributing to his mental unfitness and his weakened state to get him to a point mentally and emotionally to do something. I don't sense that she herself had anything to do with putting him in that position of almost, Trigger alert, folks. Almost hanging himself is from what I understand. I don't sense that she may have necessarily done that, but this progression, that tree card indicates this was a progression over time of wearing down too much. We've got talks too much. Talks too much. I sense that maybe he felt she talked too much. Maybe she felt he talked too much, but I'm sensing talking also too much to social media, putting everything out there, getting caught up in the storm of, having to put on this show. It was an intense environment for the both of them, intense recording schedules for them, intense life, intense emotions, intense arguments. And as his health started to deteriorate, things became even more intense in the household. Hence, that ear card, I sense, is speaking to perhaps their children hearing a lot of this stuff going on. Depressive vibe. She could have very well been depressed herself, but I sense this is mainly talking about Vaughn. Okay, but it could be also the vibe of the entire household, the depressive vibe. Okay, trying to change someone. Who was trying to change who in this situation? Who was trying to change who? Was it Vaughn trying to change Dre, or Dre trying to change Vaughn? Or somebody else entirely trying to change one of them? I'll leave that up to you. What do you think? Drop a comment. Oh, this card fell. So, let's see what else we have here. These cards jump. I didn't even see them. Judgmental. Remember, this is the environment that they were in. This is what Spirit is giving cards on, just demonstrating what you all were witnessing, those who follow her and heard things. This was, what you believe, what you see in this instance is what Spirit is saying. There was no set or follow boundaries in their dynamic, and it made for very unhealthy exchanges between the both of them, to the point that she violated boundaries on him, and she may feel the opposite, but that's what's coming up here. Let's see what else we have here. Let me see what else we have. Meeting, 2 or more discussions, planning. Somebody was intending to do something. 2 or more people. This also could be speaking about the future, a meeting about his health condition, perhaps, when I see these flowers. But also, this could be, if it's speaking to the past or recent past, this could be about them discussing plans, him discussing with someone about plans to what? To go long distance, to leave, hideaway, escapade, vacation, adventure. He had intentions to go. I'll talk about that one in a moment. And this one. Freedom. Needs space. Alone. Needs to be alone. Needs space. Needs space. Needs space. Needs space. He had ultimately a desire, maybe she did, but I'm sensing this is speaking to him. He had a desire to relocate, to move residency, to move out, to leave. And this was conveyed in written form. This could have been an email, like it says, a letter or written communication. It could also be in some form of like medical records or something of that nature. It could be an exchange between him and her, or him about her. She could be the one also saying, I don't know if we're going to make it. I don't know. But I don't know. This card at first I was like, why did this come out? Making amends. I was like, does he wish to make amends with her, or does she want to have a second chance? Because she knew that he was wanting to leave. It was too intense for him. Withholding, private, holding back. She felt like that's what was happening. holding back private, keeping things from her. And either she felt naive or she felt he was being naive or gullible. She still feels like he's gullible, like she has to make decisions for him. I don't know, you all. I do sense my intuition is saying that she did not take well to him wanting to leave. And as a result, she called in the storm. But, you know, I'm trying to find a deck that may speak to if there's any involvement or not. I don't know if this one's going to tell me. Honestly, I just feel like this was just a combustible situation that just progressed over time to the point you get to someone mentally and physically breaking down. And it's really no difference than, you know, it just happens to be a woman. Yeah, lovers. It just happens to be a woman who is doing this towards a man, allegedly. I think for her, oh, this is scary. I think for her, she had this personification of being all in control, and her life was about to spiral out of control. If he leaves, if Vaughn leaves, that's her sense of control. If he leaves, they have a very codependent relationship. If he leaves, you know, he may not know how to move about and take care of himself financially. He became very dependent on her in this relationship. You see the Lover's card. They had a codependent connection. I think, I don't know, baby card could mean, you know, maybe somebody treats somebody like a baby, somebody calls their person a baby, their loved one, or maybe that there was like always this thing of I want to have a baby, trying to keep them because of a baby. I don't know how old their child together is. I don't know. That's interesting to me. Doctor, he needed medical care. From what I understand, he wasn't getting the medicine he was supposed to be getting, and she held the financial purse strings. And also made the decisions on medical care. The mother, this is the mother card. And as a result, he needed medical care. And so it's almost of no surprise that things ended up the way they did. If you've ever had thoughts of taking your life and you've gotten to that point, and he physically and mentally and emotionally gotten to that point, it's like this was a progression of time. And when you've gone through something like that, you know that it's a progression of time. It's just it's typically not overnight unless there's some kind of other something going on with you. It's usually over time that this starts to unfold. And somebody was just not, you know, paying attention. We got paperwork. You know, maybe someone paying attention could have prevented this earlier, intervened. He needed intervention a long time ago. But they were personifying like they were okay and all good. I don't know. And then we got the choke word. Now, sitting under the mother card, some people can interpret that she has something directly to do with it. I'm not sensing that. It's not what my intuition is directing me to. I could be wrong, but it's just sensing that she cultivated, as the mother, as the wife, cultivated an environment that it led to this malicious and bizarre encounter, as we see with the Hag card. Okay, a depressive, intense vibe, trying to change someone, and was trying to control the situation. When she realized that he was wanting to leave, and that did not fit into her perfect plan, her perfect, you know, unfoldment of how things were going to go. All right, you all. I'm going to stop here. Wow. I don't know what else to say. I'm not going to, predict. I'm not comfortable at this point predicting if he is going to make it or not. He's alive and well with us, and we're going to pray that he pulls through, that he has miraculous, intervention. There is going to be some, information revealed to the family, perhaps to us, projected here, saying something probably about his health here, okay, that's coming out in the near future, and we're praying that it's for the best. So, I could do readings on whether or not he would make it, but I don't think it's appropriate for camera, and I'm not going to do that. However, this is interesting. It does kind of shed some light on the situation at home and how it was just not healthy at all, mentally, physically. I know people were like, she was giving him supplements or giving some sort of supplements. It starts with a K. I forgot what it's called. Kratom? I don't know what it's called. I don't know. But people were saying that over time she's just giving this to him and the kids and all of this stuff. I don't know if she gave it to the kids or not, allegedly. But, that could have contributed. But she's the mother. At the end of the day, she is the mother. And she's the one that gets to say what goes on in her house and also dictates that. And this is how she ran her household, for better or for worse. And now we're seeing the for worse part. Okay, that's what I am called to do the reading on today. All right, you all, if you have some cases that you'd like me to explore, let me know. You could submit them privately through my submission form. You could email me at mysterymysticmondays@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment and let me know. Please do me a favor on your way out. Hit the like button. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 4,000, you all, by the end of the year. And it's just like this little goal that I want and have and dream of. And so I know a lot of you watch. Now just go ahead and take that next step and subscribe for me, please. Por favor. Okay. All right, you guys. Love you all. Take up for Vaughn and his loved ones. We are praying for you, Vaughn. We're rooting for you. I want you to pull through, my guys. So much love to everyone. Bye for now.